Welcome once again to another edition of the Sports Mashup show on your YouTube channel, BK Studios, where we discuss and talk about football and other sporting disciplines here live on the BK Studio YouTube channel. So just as always, when you go on YouTube, you hit on the subscribe button, you share, you comment, you like, then you make sure you click on the bell. Yes, click on the bell so that when we drop another video, you will be notified. Today we'll be discussing the Black Stars. They will be playing against the Palancra Negras of Angola in the Total AFCON Energies Qualifier and other issues. Mesut Ozil has announced his retirement from football at the age of 34 and other matches arising. My name is Leslie Amachi Ajiman, the Sports General, aka Buruchaga, and I'm here with my man Benedict Ochiri Yaboa, the analytical analyst, the big man for the big occasion. So today we talk about the Black Stars. You know, the Black Stars, we're having some new players on board, and a lot has been going on at the Black Stars camp involving Joseph Wallacott and other issues at the Black Stars camp. We'll be talking about it today on the Sports Mashup show. So stick and stay with us. We have a lot to offer you here. Bennett, welcome.
Well, thank you. You meet once again.
Yes. What happened, Charlie?
Oh, everything is cool, Charlie. Since the last time we met, you know what happened. There's a whole lot. It's a whole lot.
Okay. Happy to see you again.
Yeah, you know the euphoria in town concerning the Black Stars game. Whenever there's a Black Stars game, you know people are really calling for the Black Stars. That's the time of opportunities some of our future stars or some of our superstars whom we've been seeing on DSTV and other channels because the likes of
they've been playing their trade in Europe and
other things.
Mohamed Kudus doing well for Ajax.
Amsterdam, you know. And some of the star boys, Naki Williams, too. You can talk about Andre Diaye, just making a move from outside to Nottingham for joining them before the transfer. And you know, a whole lot of players or superstars are we see them on TV right now. We can have a feel and touch of them. So, as you are saying, the ticket is moderate that everybody can purchase because this is our very own that all the Zambia should make a massive output to go and support the Black Stars so that we get to win against Angola.
20 cities and 30 cities is normal. I mean, it's moderate. Yes, it's moderate for,
and that's the time for you to see our stars.
Yeah. It is not easy currently in Ghana though, but I mean, 20 cities and 30 cities for tickets is moderate. So
let's imagine it is a private company who's organizing these games for our superstars. They wouldn't have charged the lowest rate to it will be around 100 cities. Even you remember the last time that the superstars played.
Yeah.
When
was it at Accra Sports Stadium?
Sports Stadium. The Dortmund legend.
Dortmund versus African legend.
African legends. Yes. The least rate I think was 50 cities.
Oh, okay.
So these are time or opportunities to see some of our stars. So let's all make it up to the Kumasi Sports Stadium. And you know when it comes to Kumasi, you know the euphoria around it. The time people trace it back to the. You remember how we defeated Egypt in 2012 when we proud to the World Cup.
We scored 6
years against Egypt. Yes. Since subsequent games, we have been winning at Kumasi. So it's a ground that the Black Stars have always the least thing you said about is getting a job out. But when you talk about the Kumasi, business all out.
Okay, European Championship qualifiers and other qualifiers, Argentina. It is international break, so I mean we'll be talking about national team football. Kylian Mbappe is the new captain for the French national team, and Antoine Griezmann is no other happy with that decision by Didier Deschamps, giving the captain's armband to Kylian Mbappe. We will discuss that too here on the Sports Mashup show. And a lot of decision has been going on in the French national team. Mike Maignan has been selected as the number 1 goalkeeper. Are you surprised with that decision?
I'm a bit surprised.
Alfonso Areola and Bryce Samba. Yes, I think Mike Maignan deserves the opportunity to be the number 1.
Yes, but I'm a bit surprised about the captaincy of Kylian Mbappe because you know the other senior players. Okay, based on the captaincy issue, some of the coaches they don't base the captaincy issue. They don't just give the captain to a particular player because of maybe the duration of free the player have been playing for the national team or playing for the club side. But some of them is based on the performance of the players. So I think this decision by Deschamps is based on Kylian Mbappe's performance for the Blues of France, not just about because City play appearances for the national team.
Griezmann has also been performing.
But looking at how everything
he has been there for a very long time.
Since the past few seasons now.
Yeah.
if you take a look at the 2018 World Cup in Russia when the Liberals won, he was one of the important players for the national team. Since then, he's been winning. He won the FIFA World Cup Golden Boots just recently, and it's their main man. He has now featured 63 appearances, 36 goals for Kylian Mbappe, and his work rate for the national team is something that I think really the champs is going for it, wanting to give him the captain as well, so that it will motivate Kylian Mbappe, because there was this hula baloo about his relationship with Karim Benzema prior to the Euro 2020 when they played, and there was a whole number of misunderstandings off the field as regarding to the camp news which are coming from the camp as arising between the transfer of Kylian Mbappe to Real Madrid, which couldn't happen because it came out the news that Kylian Mbappe had the assurance. Karim Benzema had assurance that Kylian Mbappe will join Real Madrid. But since when Mbappe declined or resigned that decision to join Madrid, it became a clash between Karim Benzema and Kylian Mbappe, and it breached that whole number of issues in the French camp, which didn't help the France going into the Euro 2020, which unfortunately they got eliminated by Switzerland. So I think this time around, the decision to give the captain to Kylian Mbappe is based on the performance of the player, not just about the duration of which Kylian Mbappe has played for the national team.
Do you feel for Griezmann? He's not happy.
Yeah, he's not happy. Griezmann is not happy now because Griezmann will be part of the. As I was saying earlier on, Griezmann has been a player based on the duration. He played in the 2014 World Cup. He played in the Euro 2016, in the 2018 World Cup, in the 2020 Euros and 2022 World Cup. So if you are talking about a player who's supposed to have the captaincy or to lead the Blues or the French national team, I think it is Antoine Griezmann outright. But this performance or decision taken by the champs is not based on the number of duration,
the longevity of your stay in the national team
is based on the performance. And I think if you are talking about the performance, comparing Griezmann to Kylian Mbappe, I think Kylian Mbappe has performed better than Griezmann at this point, because he has been a star man for the French national team. He has been the poster boy from the 2018 World Cup when he was beating Argentina, moving on to meet the likes of Belgium, scaling to the final, which he scored in that game as well. So I think, and he won the Young Player of the Year in the 2018 World Cup, which was hosted in Russia. So I think if you're talking about the star man or the poster boy for France national team right now, it will be undoubtedly Kylian Mbappe.
Let's talk about this man. Mesut Ozil, at the age of 34, retiring from football. I mean, the football fraternity has enjoyed Mesut Ozil way back from Werder Bremen, joining Real Madrid, and moving on to Arsenal, then going back to Turkey to play for Fenerbahce and Istanbul Basaksehir.
Also, when you're talking about some of the modern playmakers that we had so far, if you talk about it in the last 20 years, you talk about David Silva of Manchester City, formerly of Manchester City. You talk about Mesut Ozil. You can talk about Juan Mata. So many playmakers, but the reason why Ozil is a standout player when it comes to playmaking is that he is the first player who had more goal involvement in the Premier League. And if you talk about his playing days at Arsenal, and you're talking about when it comes to assists, delivering assists in the top 5 lists, at a point in time, he was the man whose numbers were up, and he was giving assists week in, week out for Arsenal, and his numbers were
breaking records
and the stuff. So if you're talking about Mesut Ozil, looking at his heydays at Arsenal, he was one of the top guys. Even at Real Madrid, he had the likes of Xabi Alonso, who were in the same midfield with him, the likes of Sami Khedira playing behind him. You see, it gave him that flexibility to go up front to deliver the balls, and also have had a fantastic playing career compared as he had one or two had issues with his girlfriend. When the girlfriend he had a girlfriend who was a porn star. There was an issue came out, and there was a breakup between Ozil and the girlfriend, and he went out. That was the off-field issue, but
now he's happily married with 2 kids.
Yes, it's something good for him. But I think Ozil is one of the fantastic players. If you are talking about the modern playmakers in the last 20 years, I think Ozil, when you talk about the top 3 playmakers in the last 20 years, Ozil will be one of them.
The last 2 decades.
The last 2 decades.
Top 3
from the year 2000 to 2020.
The year 2000 had Zinedine Zidane and the likes.
Yes, if you're talking about top 5, you have to put Ozil.
Mesut Ozil.
Let's put Mesut Ozil.
A World Cup winner with Germany.
Yes. He was an instrumental player when Germany was winning the World Cup. He was an instrumental player when Arsenal were winning the FA Cup. And when he came to Real Madrid, he was one of the instrumental players, combining play with Karim Benzema, you know his assists, how he delivers his passes. It's a silky play, and Ozil is one of.
Do you think it's too early for Ozil to retire from football at the age of 34?
Maybe you see these decisions come out. Maybe he might think about other career fields, because you know there are some of the players who are in football, but some of them are businessmen, some of them have certificate degrees. As a typical example of Chiellini, a typical example is Marcus Rashford. He has backed his degree in business administration. So if right now he's not getting playing time and looking at how his career at a point in time, he can choose to retire and exploit off the field where he can get other opportunities elsewhere. Looking at even our own man, Andres Villas-Boas, who was a former manager of Chelsea, FC Porto, he's now a Formula 1 driver. He think coaching is not his job because he's gone to so many teams that he didn't get the results there. So right now he drives Formula 1, I think. And even Djibril Cissé, after Djibril Cissé, when he had a long injury, which put him out for football for a while. And when he came back, he didn't play for long, and he opted to at least try another field. He went to DJ when he was DJing here and there.
But Mesut Ozil is joining the eFootball. Yes, he's now an eFootball player. The FIFA gaming competition. So that is the new channel for Mesut Ozil after retiring from football. He's now an eFootball player. Yes, a game boy. That's the new. It's very the new career for Mesut.
It's very good because it also one of the players I saw him play. Very, very silky. When he has the ball, you enjoy him. Yeah. When he has the ball, he has the foresight, he has the vision, he knows where and how and when to play the pass into the space. Whenever maybe a winger is cutting in to get, and I know there will be a whole number of maybe compliments that people will be saying for Mesut when they hear this news that he's now not in football again.
But sometimes football is not fair because if you look at the current Arsenal team and you compare it to those days, the Arsenal team with also Alexis Sanchez, Olivier Giroud, and Aaron Ramsey. Do you think they are better than these guys? I mean, but they are winning the league. They are close, very, very close in winning the league. Will you say it was a competition at that time from the other teams that didn't help us now? Because at that time, look at City. But someone will also argue that Leicester City won the league at that time.
Yeah. And the one thing about it is that if you compare both squads, as you were saying, the competition is one factor because the likes of Manchester City, Manchester United, Chelsea. You can get Chelsea, you can get Liverpool. They were all competing for the Premier League title. Yeah. But as now, you could see Arsenal, and you see, there's one thing that you talk about. That in that era, they had a sporting director who was not willing to at least purchase quality play. But look at Arsenal transfers for a few seasons now. When Arteta came in, they've been getting players.
Into Gaspar,
been doing very, very well. So there's one thing about their transfer, the time of their transfers are going.
Okay.
As compared to when the old director was in charge and things were not going well. So I think that one is another factor too. And the third factor is that the current Arsenal team at the moment is determined. They want to play to the last points of the league. Then they manage the team because they know the team which is really behind them is Manchester City, and they are not giving up. And they've seen tight competition in other league years that Manchester City has used just 1 point to win. As even on 1st April, Liverpool were still on top of the Premier League. They came to take over the Premier League, the first spot, and they still won the Premier League way back when Suarez was in charge. So they know the competition, they know the person behind it. So it's the determination that is winning the league title as compared to, because years back you could see Arsenal, the consistency was not there. They will win 3 games on a draw, the 4th game that will bounce them or to push them to that win. So if you look at Mesut Ozil's career, if you want fantastic career, Mesut Ozil have achieved because the team that he played for, from when it comes to Werder Bremen, it's not a big team. It's a Class B or Class C team in Germany. But when it comes to play for Real Madrid, you've played one of the biggest team in Europe. And when it comes to Arsenal is a Class A team in England. And so I think it's a successful career, and I hope after his retirement he can at least try and move into club coaching, nutritional coaching, so that he can be teaching these guys how he has been delivering his passes, how he has been controlling the game. You see, there's one thing about these ex-players, how they've been mentoring the youth who are coming. Because players like Iniesta, players like Xavi Hernandez, look at how he's been nurtured. He has been nurturing we have mentioned the likes of Gavi, the likes of Pedri, because he has a way of a routine that at which he has been using or he has been practicing in training sessions, so that he can use that routine to train the players while they're in the training session. I think also can nurture those young talents when they are up and coming, so that it can bring the next generation of Mesut also can see it when we want to see that type of Mesut also in the next generation.
Okay, let's switch to the senior national soccer team, the Black Stars of Ghana. Black Stars will be playing against the Palanca Negroes of Angola, Total Energies AFCON qualifiers. We've already played 2 games. We won against Madagascar and we drew against Central African Republic. So we have 4 points, and Angola is also having 4 points. So it's going to be a very difficult encounter at the Mabayara Sports Stadium. The Black Stars of Ghana with a new head coach, Chris Hughton, and we have some new boys in the squad too. So we are looking forward to see what they will bring on board and what the Black Stars team has to offer after the World Cup disappointment. So a lot will be going on. The Ghanaian fans are expecting a lot from the Black Star team. When they were training, you could see the fans were cheering them up, trying to make sure they feel their presence so that they will win the game for them against Angola. But let's talk about the Black Stars. Firstly, let's talk about Coach Chris Hughton. His appointment, and the FA gave him only 21 months contract. Were you okay with that?
Basically, I'll take it out. I'm not all that's okay with the 21-month contract, because if you want to win trophies, and basically, in the last 43 years or 42 years, what Ghana have lost or what Ghana is not having at the moment is winning the AFCON Cup trophy. Yeah. And you can use the case study of Senegal when they give Aliou Cissé the chance to coach the team for getting to 7 or 8 years now. He went to tournaments and he didn't win, but they were still giving the opportunity to perform. Yeah, but they were still giving the opportunity to perform. So if you give him 21 months contract to produce something out of his 21 months, I think in the 21 months probably the type of tournament that we have to play is the AFCON in 2024 in Ivory Coast, and probably the 2026 World Cup in Canada, Mexico, and US.
At that time, you will not be around. You start the qualifier.
So you have to give him a contract that will make sure long-term contract that will make sure it can make him play the qualifiers, make him play the AFCON, so that we can determine how we want to focus or where and when we want to focus on our team. He has able assistants who are assisting him in other things or other tactical field that he's leaning to. But I think Chris Hughton, the FA should at least should have reviewed the contract, because if you want to get some success from a manager that you have confidence in him, you have to give him at least a 4.5 or 5 year contract. Because if you look at, for instance, the Champs right now, after it was proven that after a failure in the Euro 2020 when they went and they got eliminated by Switzerland, it was news was circulating that he might get sacked after if he fails to perform in the 2022 World Cup. But he went on to the final to play against Argentina. After that, they've given you a 7-year contract. It shows you how they have trust. Even France, they have trust in giving the chance. After winning the World Cup with France in 2018 in Russia, they have given a long-term contract for 7 years. But so, if a national team like France, who have superstars, who have all the materials to win trophies when it comes to world football, and they've given this amount of contract to a manager who have stayed with them since Euro 2016, it shows you that they have belief and they have confidence that the manager can still win them either Euro 2024
so do you think
or World Cup 2026.
The FA does not believe in Chris Hughton?
It might be probably so.
That's why they give him that.
Probably so. And there's another school of thought that if there's a change of government and there might be maybe something like a shift in manager.
The appointment is affiliated to politics.
In one way,
if change of government, there's a change of government, and the new government come and they think Chris Hughton is not the right man for the national team, he might be sacked.
Yeah.
And maybe you've given him a long-term contract. You might be paying compensation, so you give him 21 months.
Yeah, that's on another time.
And December 2024 will be election year.
Okay. So basically, people might admit that's what that's the one point that people are looking at it as for. And another point to is that as I was talking to you, they believe that maybe there might be a point at which maybe the Chris Hughton will not be performing. and they won't have that guard because in our culture or in our region at that moment, people don't give managers a chance to at least try and express themselves. Try if even things are not going well. There were a point in time in the French national team where French were losing a whole number of matches. Even in Senegal, there were points in time that they lost the African Cup to Algeria in the final, and they came back and they could try and perform and get to that particular stage. And even when they went into the 2018 with Aliou Cisse, you could see what went on. They got trashed out in the group stage, but it was based on discipline. So they have, but if it was in Ghana, they wouldn't have given the coach, because people will be speaking, and this our fans will be saying a whole number of issues that the coach, he's taking a whole lot of money. This money issue will come inside. So I think that's another perspective that they took in. One is the governmental issue, and another point is the fans' point of view that they'll be saying
mounting pressure on
the coach. So I think these are the two things that they've taken in. That's why they give him a two.
Personally, do you think Chris Hughton is the right man for the job?
Personally, I think no.
Why?
You see, at the point where our Black Stars are at the moment, we need a proven winner.
But Chris Hughton has been at the highest level with Brighton and Hove Albion in the Championship and in the Premier League, Norwich City in the Premier League, Newcastle, Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah, bro. You see, we have coaches who are made for the job. A typical example is the last time when we were on the show, I talked to you about Graham Potter. Okay. You can talk about Graham Potter being the one who brought Brighton to be finishing in the top half of the table.
Brighton's a limelight.
Yeah. But if you give Chris, if you are giving something like Graham Potter to Chelsea is a bigger team on its own. And when you're talking about Black Stars is a class A team in Africa. Yeah. No, even if you have not won the AFCON,
now we are declining.
We are declining. But if you are talking about the class A teams, you talk about Cameroon, you talk about Egypt, you talk about Ghana. We are the third. Nigeria, yes. Even the likes of Algeria, this is the second time that they're in the AFCON. The likes of Morocco, who performed, they have only won the AFCON on second occasion. So it's a high time that we have to do things. So we have to appoint a proven winner. If I'm saying a proven winner, you can talk about the likes of Heavy Renard, because he's a proven winner. He's done that with Ivory Coast in 2015 against Ghana. That was even at that time. Who was the coach of Ghana? The coach of Ghana was
Avant Grant.
And Avant Grant too was at the highest level. Yeah. He has coached Chelsea, and you can't tell me somebody who have coached Chelsea to the Champions League final when Mourinho left, or somebody that was the highest thing in club football. The Champions League final, when eventually they lost the final to United on this key in Russia. So I think if you're talking about a proven winner, I think Heavy Renard is one manager that I think the FA should have been looking at. And I think Patrice Catron to another manager, the French tactician, he's a player at TV Mazembe, which he won the CAF Super Cup, the CAF Champions League. He came to Zamalek, he won the Zamalek, the CAF Super Cup, and he's been coaching top class in Africa. So managing maybe egos and some of this is one of that. But he is proud to the African terrain, and he knows the African system. So I think if you're wanting somebody who wants or who will win the title, and right now what we want as the fans of Black Stars and the citizens as well is for the Black Stars to show us a trophy, not to be going to a tournament and be finishing in quarterfinal and semi-final, because it's 42 years now. 42 years is a whole lot. I'm not 42 years, and I've never seen the Black Stars win trophy before. I've seen the under 17 and under 20 win championship, but I've never seen the Black Stars win trophies before. So if I'm tipping somebody that the FA should be hiring a manager who has a winning mentality, or who knows how to win. Yes, because if you talk about Heavy Renard, the CV of Heavy Renard, you can't compare the CV of Chris Hughton to the CV of Heavy Renard, because Heavy Renard have achieved it all. And even Saudi Arabia, they couldn't qualify. And look at the materials of Saudi Arabia. The value between Ghana and Saudi Arabia.
The eventual
World Cup winners, yes. So it shows you, if you are appointing, you have to appoint a proven winner. And people are saying salaries and other, but I don't believe in that. If you only want to win, you appoint someone who will give you that results. Because if, as we are here at the moment, if United is going to bring maybe a manager who wants, or you people wants to be in charge of United, you won't recommend the past managers, because Outside Jose Mourinho, who was a proven winner, who came to take in charge, Luis Van Gaal was a proven winner. He didn't have Bayern Munich. He came to the ranks. Ajax Amsterdam. He has coached a whole number of teams. But Ralf Rangnick is not a proven winner. His own was like your administration.
He's a teacher.
Yes. So if people, as the fans of United were saying, should Rangnick have continued at United, people were saying no because they have now seen him supervising any championship winning side.
Okay.
So right now, as United appointed every time, it's a proven winner at Ajax Amsterdam.
Okay.
So as I was saying, we need a proven winner for the Black Stars. If you are heavy now, Patrice Cachot, these are proven winners. Even Piso Musmani, they are proven winners. But people who have that idea that why is it a national team that you're going to put a South African to coach the national team? I know. It's some of the things that the arguments that people will raise in Ghana. I know it is something that I'm not depriving or I'm not just distancing myself from it. But people question if it's Piso Musmani an African. People question why are we going to bring a South African manager to manage the Black Stars?
Okay, let's talk about the game. Our chances in the game. Playing against Angola, we know Angola will be coming here with Mbala Zola. And he's on hot form for Spezia in the Italian Serie A. And Mabululu, another quality player. Helder Costa, we've seen him in the Premier League playing for Wolverhampton Wanderers and for Leeds United. Our chances in the game at the Baba Sports Stadium, Black Stars versus Angola.
It's been a while now since we lost at the Baba Sports Stadium. You know, it's a fortress. As we started the program, I kept saying is that prior to the 2012 qualification, 2014 World Cup qualification, we defeated Egypt by 6-1. One of the heaviest defeats that Egypt has taken in a long while. So I think Angola have very, very good squad, and you know they are not a cheap side because even talking about their performance on the table, they are on the same point with that. It shows you how they've managed to win their games as well. So this is like a decider to whom will finish on top of the table. And I think once that the Kumasi Sports Stadium, they were looking at how our stars are informed, the campaign news is coming, fans are rallying behind, their people are booking their tickets and they want to go to watch their fan. I think at the Kumasi Sports Stadium, in the last 7 games that we played against Angola, we've drawn 2, we won 3, and we've lost only once against Angola. And that was in the African Nations Cup that we played against them. That was in years back.
Yeah.
I think
2010, we won 1-0 as a Wajan.
Yeah. So I think it won't be a difficult test for Ghana, but the reverse picture in Angola will be a very difficult one. But this one at the Kumasi Sports Stadium, I think it will be a straight win for Ghana. And Mohamed Kudus on the day will shine again, and maybe probably he can get to go for them stars.
The star boy will be on the score sheet. Yes. Mohamed Kudus.
Yes.
Ghana's own Kudus. Okay, so as Bennett just said, Bennett thinks it's an easy win for Ghana. And some few minutes ago, we were checking up on Benin and Rwanda. And Rwanda were leading. We're checking up on Sierra Leone and Sao Tome and Principe. And Sao Tome and Principe were leading. So, I mean, it might not be just, it's Angola, it's Ghana, but the game might be difficult because sometimes playing against these underdogs, you might not know a lot of their players. They might have some quality players in their squad. And they will catch you off guard.
You see, there's one thing about these big teams playing at home. A typical example is maybe Ghana playing at the Kumasi Sports Stadium, or Nigeria playing at the Stade de 26th March Stadium, Ivory Coast playing at the Forlis Ofegwanyi Sports Stadium, Cameroon playing at the Stade Cotonou. Like, it's very difficult to beat those teams at home. And you know, this is a particular type of game. Ghana need 3 points to be able to finish top of the group, so that when it comes to the draw for the main tournament, they don't get unseeded. Because if you get unseeded, it's probably that you might be meeting big teams, and you know our records against these big teams is not something to talk about. You know, the last time we met in the AFCON against Morocco, we got defeated. The last time we got Tunisia in the round of 16 in the 2019 AFCON in Egypt, we got defeated. The last time we met Cameroon, 2017 at Kosiaka, we got defeated. The last time we met Ivory Coast in the final, so our records when it comes to major tournaments is something not to talk about. So we have to win this game to get a 3 point, to make it the probability that we will finish on top of the group, to avoid being unseeded in the final draw when it comes to the AFCON draw. So I think it will be not an easy win, but Ghana will bring the best out. And you know our players, comparing Mbala Zola, even Inaki Williams, who recently he has not been scoring for Atletico Bilbao. Mohamed Kudus will start as a fourth now, the main man for Black Stars. And Kudus' form with Ajax is something to talk about. And on a normal day, he can bring out the best in him, and he might fire a goal.
Okay.
And that's one thing that Angola wouldn't have, because if you compare our players, Thomas Partey is playing Mickey Newcastle for Arsenal Football Club. Some of the players are in the Angola national team are playing, but they are not getting playing time as compared to our players who will be playing the first 11 or starting the first 11 for our Black Stars.
Okay, so let's talk about the team. Let's talk about these guys. We had a new boy, Kingsley Schindler. He's replacing for Sarah Lanti in the team, and he plays for FC Cologne in the German Bundesliga. Over the weekend, they lost 6-1 to Dortmund, and he had 17 minutes to play in that particular game. I don't know if you've had the opportunity to watch some of his highlights and games.
Yeah, unfortunately, his highlights in game, and you see this time around, you have to be giving like some of the guys the chance in this game, so at least try and get, even though he doesn't get the playing time in the entire 90 minutes, the bonding in camp, or he has to bond with the players. He has to have that rapport with the players. So giving this opportunity to Kingsley Schindler, he's not a star player, or he's not a starter at Cologne, because in the last 20 games that he played for Cologne, he has started only 4 of the games. And in the last 3 games that he played, he had not been the bench. It's only against Dortmund that you said earlier on that he came on 17 minutes that he had. So if you're giving him at least some least playing time in this particular game against Angola, it was something, at least you get that bond when it comes to in the camp with some of the senior players. But I think he watching his game, being given the opportunity to get his confidence that this is the, and it will be a very good. Do you know why I'm saying it's very good? Because it's at the Bavaria Sports Stadium, and the atmosphere over there will boost his confidence as well. So I think it's this opportunity to give Schindler a chance to at least play.
Okay, well, what about the new boy, Patrick Uzo? We saw Uzo with the under-20 team, the Black Satellite of Ghana. After that, he went on to Sweden. He played for AEK Stockholm. He's now with FC Sheriff Tiraspol, and he's back with the Black Stars of Ghana.
Yeah, Patrick Uzo, watching him at the Europa League, was playing very, very well. Sheriff Tiraspol, his performance, his tackles, interceptions that he normally do, he's very, very solid. And when you talk about one of the with left-footed players in our national team, that over the years we used to have the likes of Harrison, the likes of Hansen Dusape, you see. So I think if Patrick Uzo is able to be given the opportunity to play, my problem is when you call the player and he's a new player, or he's coming in and he's a potential starter in our national, so you give him the playing time to play so that he can get the love for the fans. Because there's one particular thing about this our Black Stars. If you don't give the person the chance to play, and in a crucial game you give the person a chance to play, and he go and messed up in that crucial game, the fans will be lashing the person, and maybe the probability of getting playing time in the subsequent games you won't get that playing time. But if you are giving him the chance to play at this level, and maybe we win, and maybe he commits errors, and the errors are not too much, people will overlook that errors, but down to field him in a top or a class game that maybe you go and make mistakes, and probably it will lead to his elimination in the subsequent collapse. So I think once we've given him Schindler the collapse, we've given Patrick Uzo the collapse, Chris Hughton has to give these guys opportunity even to play, if it is even 13 or 10 minutes or 20 minutes in the last 15 minutes of the game. They have to come out to also have a feel of how the Bavaria Stadium and the atmosphere is.
Okay, let's talk about the camp issues. Firstly, Jojo Walcott. Let's talk about this particular post. I was so pissed when I saw this. I mean, who does this?
You see,
because of the incident that happened,
for
somebody will just take advantage
and create an account. This is impersonation.
Yes.
It's in a law called impersonation. You see, since about last 2 weeks, you got the information that some people who have been arrested, people who have been using names of prominent people, ministers, who have created accounts in the name of ministers and prominent people, and you are using those accounts to do people. So if people get hold of this and it goes to the FBI or the CID, they can't get hold of you. So some of these matters, you don't have to take these things on a lighter stand, because you indent the image of the player. Maybe people might think it's the player's original account. No, really, it's not the original account of the player. Maybe it's somebody trying to impersonate your account. But on the whole, I think they said it was when they were training yesterday at the Bavaria Sports Stadium, there was a wind which blew through.
Yes.
And
yesterday, I think across the country, The wind was blowing.
So unfortunately, the pool just fell off and it fell to the Wallock. But news from Kam is that he's well and he's really can. I think if
he even train
today, and I think the medical team will assess his condition based on whatever comes out. That's when maybe he will be chosen as a starter, because right now it's a tough competition between Jojo Wallock and Atisigi. Who to start in the post for the Black Stars tomorrow against Angola. And me, if I'm choosing my personality to start or my group, I think I will go for Jojo Wallock, because we see Jojo Wallock be in the post for Ghana on so many occasions. Even Ghana against Nigeria, that was one of the toughest games that we played in the last 20 years. I've seen Ghana play. They both home and away. So I think if I'm choosing mine, if he's fit and all things being equal, Jojo Wallock should be in the post or starting 11 for the Black Stars tomorrow against Angola.
We'll end the show with your probable lineup for the particular game against Angola. News at the camp, when the guys were arriving, you could see everything was going on well. Let's talk about Lawrence Atisigi. This is the arrival of Atisigi, playing for St. Gallen, and I mean, these guys are looking. I mean, they are looking good, you know. So Thomas Partey came in late, but let's talk about this. Partey came in with Arsenal's physiotherapist. Arsenal's physiotherapist came to Ghana with Partey, and Ghanaians are not happy that the guy came to check up on Partey. Maybe he will be restricting Thomas Partey. They don't be doing this, don't be doing that, and they are not happy because there is no way Arsenal will allow Ghana's physio to come to the training grounds or follow Partey to, even when it is close to the World Cup. There's no way they will allow us to do that. So why are they bringing? I mean, the guy to escort Partey to Ghana? I mean, I don't understand.
You see, it is something. It's more of a contractual issues.
Okay.
Because you know, Partey is a player for Arsenal with a contract, and he's one of the instrumental players. If you go to Arsenal current players who are performing in just this current season, you talk about Martin Odegaard, Bukayo Saka, you talk about Thomas Partey, yes, and Leno. And if you are talking about three key members of Arsenal Football Club at this particular moment, you can't take out Partey. And you've seen games that you have not played, and the performance of the team when Partey is not in the starting line for Arsenal. So they can't risk Partey not playing the rest of the season. So they are making sure that when it comes to Ghana, this shows you that we have to at least appoint experts who knows the game, nutritionists. Because if you go to the English national team, they have the nutritionists, they have so many physiotherapists who are following these players, assessing them minute by minute, because they know these players are coming right from club football with maybe fatigue, injury, so they have to assess them and make sure that everything is okay with the play before giving them an opportunity to go ahead and play for in the game. So I think if Arsenal are doing this, it's in the interest of their own player. They don't want to lose the player after the international break.
Okay.
And even prior to this international break, we've had Erling Haaland had a knock and he has been called back to Manchester City to come to get B assets. Yeah. It's not the Norwegian national team who comes to treat Haaland. It's a Man City property because they have the contract. It's the property of Manchester City.
They are paying him.
They are paying him, so they owe something to them. So if he has,
so you don't see any problem.
I don't see any problem with that. No, I don't see any problem because they pay him. They owe him. So if they are bringing,
but he's a Ghanaian. He's a Ghanaian.
We have had issues that this player complained. One particular player before the 2014 World Cup. He played a friendly match against Holland and he caught his leg fractured in the broken leg.
Was it Jerry Akameko?
And since then, he told that the nation didn't even follow up on this issue. The club recalled him and gave him treatment. And as at now, he lost his position. And look at Jerry Akameko at the moment. Is he playing regular football again? No. Do you see him play? And these are some of the things Arsenal is. They are playing. Someone is playing it to end money.
Important players.
Yes, the Arsenal team. And if he is playing consistently for Arsenal, it could land him maybe a more bounty contract. Maybe his destiny might not be Arsenal. It might be either Manchester City or it might be a team like PSG or where he'll be any more. So I think, there's nothing wrong with him being accompanied by the Arsenal therapist.
Okay, this is the Sports Mashup show on your BK Studio YouTube channel, and we are about to wrap up. But you have to give me your probable lineup for tomorrow. For the next 2-3 minutes, you are the coach, Chris Hughton for now. So Ghanaians want to know who will start tomorrow. Chris Hughton or China Highness start?
Okay. Tomorrow in pools or the first player hand, I will choose Jojo Walla, as I said earlier.
Okay.
Because he has been in our matches on our crucial games that we've played, and he knows when it comes to this particular tempo and the Kumasi Sports Stadium. When he played against Nigeria, it was a full stadium, a full capacity stadium for Barriera. So I think Walla, if he's fit, he should be imposed. And I think the level position, I'll go for Patrick Pozo.
Okay. Ahead of Gideon Mensah.
I want the guy to start to at least give him that confidence. And I would rather put Gideon Mensah to the right back position.
No.
You know, I would rather shift him to right back here.
So no Kingsley Schindler, no Dennis Odoi.
No Dennis Odoi. And I will play Mohamed Salisu at the centre back position. And with alongside, I think if I'm choosing another person to partner Salisu, me going for
Jiku or Amate or
Amate, I'll paint Joseph Pencil for Celta Vigo. Is one of the Joseph Edu, one of the informed players at Celta Vigo, and
playing
regularly for when his numbers also is good. But looking at how the connectivity between Amate and Jiku Salisu and Amate, I can pick in between either Jiku or Amate to join Salisu as
ahead of Joseph Edu.
I use Joseph Edu. Okay.
So Jojo Walla, Gideon Mensah, Patrick Pozo, Salisu Mohammed, Jiku or Amate?
Amate, yeah.
Okay.
In the midfielder where I have a problem, I think Andre Morganayu.
Okay.
Yeah, and I will go for Thomas Partey at the base, and I will probably pick Majid Ashimeru.
Okay.
And then the Mohamed Kudus.
Okay.
And I think Jordan Ayew.
Okay. 11th one.
11th one. Oh, what? Jordan Ayew. Okay. Aside Jordan Ayew, then I'll go for Inaki Williams.
Okay. So
Inaki Williams,
Jojo Walla,
yes.
Gideon Mensah, Patrick Pozo, Salisu Mohammed, Alexander Jiku, Majid Ashimeru, Thomas Partey, Andre Remy Morganayu, Mohamed Kudus, Jordan Ayew, and Inaki Williams.
Yeah.
Okay. That's your probable lineup. Okay. So that is from Coach Bene, and let's wait and see what Coach Chris Hughton will also bring on board when the match time is due. We'll end here, at the same time next week. We'll meet again. It has been the Black Stars Show. This was purposely dedicated to the Black Stars of Ghana. We are playing against Angola. Let's support our national team. Let's cheer the Black Stars to victory. This is our own. This is what we have. And we have to support them no matter the situation. Be a Ghanaian. Be a citizen, not just a spectator. And let's support the Black Stars to victory tomorrow against the Palancra Negroes of Angola at the Barriera Sports Stadium. Kickoff time 4 p.m. And you can join me and my crew on 89.3 Freedom Radio. We'll bring you live commentary. So you can join us live on Freedom 89.3 on your radio. So that is it. And Bene, thanks for coming. It has been an interesting show. Just as always, thanks for having you here. My name is Leslie Amachiajuman, the Sports General AK Group Chaga, and my man Benedict Pachiri. And as always, we are here at the BK Studio, and we are live on your YouTube channel, BK Studio. So please subscribe, hit on the door, on the bell. Why do I keep on saying door? Hit on the bell, okay? Hit on the bell, so that when we drop the next video, you will be notified. Comment, like, and share. Thank you for being with us.